I'm back to talk about the final 2 issues of Fulci's Zombie. Let's get into it. Issue number 3 begins with the crew of Dr. Menard, Brian, Susan, Peter, and Anne driving as the doc tells Anne exactly what happened to her dad. That he purposely altered his body with the help of the voodoo witch doctor. And when he was eventually found to be rescued, the witch doctor has his face blown off, but somehow magically regenerates as the rescuers take Anne's father away. Unfortunately, not long after, he dies. Then, once he resurrects, the doctor ends up being the one that shoots him. When the group gets to the doctor's hideout, an assistant says something's wrong, so Dr. Menard sends the others away, then goes inside and sees that another scientist is turning into a zombie, and warns the doc that the witch doctor and his zombie horde are on their way. Brian, Susan, Peter, and Anne go to check on Dr. Menard's wife, Olga, at his request, but when they arrive, they find her body being eaten by numerous zombies. Brian loses it and grabs a shovel to kill as many zombies as he could before they leave. As they flee, they cut through a cemetery and take a rest, but very quickly, loads of dead bodies begin crawling out of their graves to attack, killing Susan and ripping her apart right in front of Brian. Issue number 4 begins with the remaining trio who are forced to leave Susan's body behind as they flee once again, eventually taking refuge in Dr. Menard's hideout as a ton of zombies close in from the outside. Dr. Menard tells Brian to get more guns from the armory so they can prepare to fight off the horde, while he goes to his office to record one last audio log detailing the events in case anyone finds it later. More scientists get attacked by more of Dr. Menard's test subjects till Brian pops up with machine guns to mow them down, but he ends up being too late to help. Then, Brian finds the doctor also being ripped apart and eaten in his office. Brian rejoins Peter and Anne, and they have one last stand as the horde begins to flood into the hideout. A hail of gunfire and a burning building later, the trio manages to escape, only to come face to face with a zombified Susan, who quickly takes a bite out of Brian's arm before Peter shoots her in the head. After the trio take off, we see the zombified Dr. Menard join the witch doctor and his horde. Peter, Anne, and the injured Brian board a boat and head back to New York, but when they arrive, they hear a radio station talking about the dead rising and attacking New Yorkers, just before a zombified Brian attacks the others. We don't see what happens, but instead, we move into many pages depicting the carnage happening all across New York City, including a pretty badass cameo from George Romero himself. Ultimately, it seems, nobody escapes the horde. So that's it for the adaptation of Fulci's Zombie. This is a pretty cool, obviously pretty graphic comic book series, so I recommend it if you're into that kind of thing, and especially if you like that original movie. Come on back soon and I'll tell you about more horror movies and their comic adaptations and tie-ins.